Hi guys, my name is Steven. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when next I upload a video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a WordPress website for free. Of course, this is a free service. It's not going to be as great as paid service, so keep that in mind. So let me show you the kind of website that we're going to be creating today. So you can see here the kind of website that you will be able to create by the end of this video. So if you need a website but you don't have any money, this video is going to be great for you. So the first thing we're going to do is to get a domain and hosting. And to do that, we're going to head over to this website called profreehost.com. So you can see here profreehost.com is a free website where you can get free hosting and domain. So once you're on this website, all you need to do is to click on register now. And then from here, you're going to enter your email address. I'm going to put my email address here, and then you're going to choose a password. So I've gone ahead and enter my password here, and we're going to click on this check mark right here. And then from here, it's just going to ask you to verify the email address that you just used to sign up. So I'm going to go to my email right here, and I'm going to go to my inbox. And now you can see that I have an email here. So I'll click on it and click on activate account. So you can see that your account has been successfully activated. And if you look over here, you can see that we have a button here saying create an account. So we are going to click on this create new account. And then from here, you are going to select the name of your website. This is basically going to be your domain name. For example, like YouTube domain name is youtube.com and Google domain name is google.com. So you are going to choose your own domain name.com. But unfortunately, because this is a free service, you have a limitation here. So the only limitation we have right here is that we only have 2 extensions. So this is a free service. So this is the only extensions that we have. For example, if you go to namecheap.com, you can see that you have all these extensions right here. You can see .com, .net, .org, .dev. So you can see all these extensions, right? Obviously, this all costs money, right? But if you already have your own domain, you can click on custom domain right here, and then you can enter your own custom domain. So if you want, you can go to Namecheap and then buy a domain that you want with .com, and then you can come here and get a free hosting, and then you can enter that custom domain in here. I will also show you how to do that at the end of this video, so keep watching. I'll show you how to connect your own custom domain if you don't like any of these extensions that we have here. So for now, obviously we don't have any money to spend. We are going to go with whatever they have here. So I'm going to select the second one right here, and then here you want to make sure that you enter the domain name that you want to buy. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to say WP Freebie. You can see that WP Freebie is currently available, so we're going to click on OK. So now you can see that your domain name has been created successfully. So we're going to click on manage. So if you come to this page and then you get this message, you just have to wait a little bit while they create your account. So this is free. The service is not that fast. And then another downside for using this free hosting is that you don't get any kind of support whatsoever. So because it's free, they're not going to afford to provide support or help if you run into any problem. So if you run into any problem, you just have to figure it out yourself. So sometimes it will keep loading even though your website has been created. All you need to do is just to refresh the page. Click on refresh page. Once you refresh the page, you are going to see your control panel like this. So from here, all you need to do is to head over to control panel. So I click on control panel, and now it's going to redirect you to this page right here. It's going to be asking you to give them permission to send emails, and you're just going to click I approve. And now it's going to take you to the Pro Free Host control panel. And then from here, we're going to scroll down and find WordPress. You can see that the WordPress icon is inside here. So click on this, and then it's going to open a new page like this, and you're going to see all the applications inside the folder. And this is WordPress. This is the one that we're going to need. So from here, you're just going to go over here and choose the version of WordPress that you want to install. I'll just go with the latest version, which is the one right here. And then for the installation URL, we only have one domain, so we're going to leave this here. If you have multiple domain, you're going to choose the domain that you want to install it on here. And then the directory, we leave that blank. And then here you can give your site a name. So it doesn't really matter which name you give it. I can just change mine to my free site, and then I can change the description to whatever I want. Okay, so here's my description. Website creation is easy and fun. And once you do that, you can scroll down here. We choose a username. You can go ahead and choose username that you want to use for your website. I'm going to use my name as my username, but don't use your name as your username because it's going to make it easier for hackers to hack your website, because they're going to try your name first to see if that is the name you are using as your username. It's not always a good idea to use your name or your date of birth or anything that is personal to you as your username. So come up with something random, something that will be hard for someone to guess, and then you can use that as your username. And then over here you are going to choose a password. You can see right here that they generated a password for you right here. This is really hard to remember. If you want to use this password, that means you can go ahead and copy this and then you can paste it somewhere so you don't forget it. So I've gone ahead and changed my password to something that I can remember. So go ahead and change it to something that you can remember. Make sure that it will show strong here, that your password is strong. And then over here you can choose your email address. This is the email address that you're going to see inside your WordPress dashboard. If you want to use a different email address, go ahead and put that email address here. And here you can select your language. If you are using another language other than English, you can select that here. And now that everything is ready, you're going to scroll down here and click on install now. And this is going to take a couple minutes because this is a free service, so it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. Now you can see that your WordPress website has been created successfully, and here you can see the URL to go to your WordPress dashboard. So if you want to log into your website, you can click on this URL here to log into your website, or if you want to see your website right now, you can click on this first URL right here, this one right here. Let me click on that. So this is what your website will look like right now. You can see that it's not very nice. You can see that it looks very blank and really boring, but don't worry, we're going to make it look really nice. And to do that, you need to log into your website dashboard and then you can start customizing your website. And to log into your dashboard, all you need to do is to go to your browser right here. You can see that you already have your website URL here, and then at the end, after this slash, you're going to put WP, which is WordPress -admin. So you're going to put your website URL /wp-admin. This is where you're going to go to log in. If you go back over here, you can see that they gave you exactly the same URL. So you can click on this to log into your WordPress website, or you can copy this, or you can just type it in here. It doesn't matter, and then you can click on enter. And that will bring you right here. This is going to be your login dashboard. Here you can put your username that we just selected earlier, or you can put your email address, and then you can put the password that you just selected earlier when we're installing WordPress. So I've gone ahead and put my username here, which is Steven, and then over here I put my password, and then I'm going to click on login, and that is going to log you into your website dashboard. This is what your dashboard is going to look like. And from here, if you want to see what your website looks like, you can put your mouse over here and click on visit website, and this is going to take you to your website right here. And then on the side here, you can see all the options that you have. You can create a post, you can add a media, you can create a page, you can see your comments, and this is where you customize your appearance. And here you have plugins. So plugins are basically like apps for your website. You know how you go on like Play Store or Apple Store to get an app for your phone or something like that? This is exactly what plugins are for websites. So you can go on these plugins right here and click on add new plugin, and then over here you can see all the plugins that are available. You can see that we have lots of plugins here that you can add on your website. You don't really need to add any of these plugins unless you need them, and most of them are completely free. So the first thing we need to do before we start customizing your website is to go to settings. So go over here and click on settings, and we're going to go to general settings here. So here you can change your site title, you can change your site tagline, which is something that I changed already. You can change that here if you haven't changed it already. And if you want to change something like language or the timing or the start of the week, you can change all that from here. And then once you finish, click on save changes, and then we're going to go to reading over here. And then from here, you want to make sure that this search engine visibility is not checked. So when you check this, it's going to discourage the search engine from indexing your website. That means your website will not show up on Google. So make sure that this is unchecked and click on save changes. And then we're going to go to permalinks. So right now you can see that your permalink might be set to plain or any of these options right here, but make sure that your permalink is set to post name. So once you have your permalink on post name, you can scroll down here and click on save changes. And then if you ever want to change your password for some reason, this is where you can do it as well. You can go to users here and you can click on all users, and then from here you can see that I'm the only user right here right now. You can see that I'm the administrator here. So if you want to add a new user as well, this is where you can add a new user. You can click on add new, and then you're going to fill in all these details right here to create a new user, and then you can give them a role. And then from here you can choose the role. You can choose whether they are going to be a subscriber, contributor, an author, or maybe an administrator. So you have control over the new user. You can add them, you can delete them anytime that you want. This is where you will do that. But in this case, I don't want to add a new user. I want to edit my password. So I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to scroll down here to password. You can see where I have a password here. You can click on set a new password, and then you're going to add the new password here, and then you're going to click on save changes. Click on update profile over here. But I don't want to change my password. I'm going to leave leave that over there. Then I'm going to go back to dashboard right here. So to start customizing your website, the first thing we need to do is to choose a WordPress theme, because WordPress sites are based on themes. So you need to use a theme when you are building a WordPress website. You can see right now that the current theme that we have is the 2021, which is a default WordPress theme. So once you install WordPress, they will automatically give you this theme, and that is the theme that we are using right now. So if you don't know what a theme is basically going to set the structure of your website and the layout and how your website is going to look. So basically it's going to set the look and feel of your website in general. So right now, let's take a look at how this website looks like right now. You can see the structure of this website, considering the theme that we are using right now is the theme 2021. So let's go over here and add a new theme. And then once we add the new theme, we're going to go back and see how the website is going to look. So from here, you can see all the free themes that are available, but the theme that we're going to be using today is called the Astra theme. So go ahead and type Astra here, type that in here, and then you're going to see this theme right here, and then you're going to click on install now. So once your theme has finished installing, you're going to go ahead and click on activate. So now that you have the theme activated, let's go back to the website right here and refresh this page. Remember that I told you that your theme will change the look and feel of your website. So now that we refresh the page, you can see that the look and feel of this website is completely different from what we have before. You can see how your website is already looking and is more structured and looking way better than what we have before. So from here, we are going to go to Astra options, and then we are going to install a plugin that will allow us to install a pre-made template. So instead of creating a website from scratch, we can install a pre-made website that is already created for us. We just have to customize it to match your brand or just fit your style. That's all you have to do. So from here, you can go ahead and click on starter template. You can get that from here, or you can just go to plugin and add new plugin. So the plugin that we're going to need is also going to be a plugin from the Astra theme. So we're going to type Astra here. So you can see the plugin that we need here is called the starter template. We're going to click on install now. And then once the plugin has finished installing, it's going to ask you to choose a page builder. So basically a page builder is going to allow you to build your website without knowing how to write a single line of code. So if you have to build a WordPress website writing code, it's going to take you weeks or months to learn how to write the code, and then you can build the website. But if you're using a page builder, you don't need to know how to write a single line of code. All you need to do is to drag and drop the element that you want on your website, and then you can go ahead and customize it to your wishes. So from here, all these page builders are really good. This one right here is the default WordPress page builder. So I clicked on this default WordPress page builder by accident. You can go ahead and use this if you prefer that, but I'm going to select Elementor. So from here, you can also change the page builder that you want to use. So I'm going to select Elementor right here. So once you select a page builder right here, it's going to show you all the template that is using that page builders. You can see that we have lots of websites here that we can choose. So if you choose this website, for example, you can see the home page here, you can see the about us page, you can see the features page, you can see the plans page right here as well. So from here, you can see that all these websites right here are not free, right? So we have the premium ones, you need to buy these ones you need to pay for them. But as you know, we're only looking for the free ones. Another thing you can do is to go here and then you can select only the free ones, and then it's going to show you only the free templates right here. You can see that we have a lot of free templates right here. You can go ahead and choose any of the templates that applies to you. So I'll go ahead and choose this one right here. I'll choose this one right here for paid services. So depending on the type of website that you're trying to create, go ahead and choose the one that make more sense for the type of website that you're trying to create. So from here, you have two options. You can choose to import a specific page, in this case, which is home page, or if I go to about page, it's going to say about page, or you can import the entire website. So in this case, I'm going to import the complete website. So from here, it's going to ask you a question. I'm going to say that I'm expert. Doesn't really matter what you said. Let me say intermediate here, and then from here, you're going to say if you're creating this for yourself or for your client. So I'm going to say I'm creating this for myself, and then you have an advanced option here. You can say import customizer, import widgets. So I'm going to import all of this, and I'm going to click next, and then you can put your name and your email address here if you want, but I'm going to skip that. And here you can see that it's installing plugin, and the plugin that is installing right now is called the Elementor. You remember earlier that we choose the Elementor page builder, right? And that is a plugin that allows you to build your page without having to write a single line of code, and this is going to help you to install all the plugin that you need for your website. Depending on the type of website that you choose, the plugin that is going to install for you might be different from the plugin that is installing for me. So keep in mind that this is going to take longer than usual because we are using a free hosting. Free hosting might not be as fast as paid hosting. So just wait, and then once you finish, you are going to see this message right here. And then once you see the message, you are going to click on view your website. So this is the website that we just imported. You can see this is amazing, right? You just build a website in less than 10 minutes. You can see that this is looking really nice, and we have several pages right here. You can go to who we are, which is basically the about us page, and then you are going to see more details about this page right here. Or you can go to services, and then you are going to see all the services that we provide. And then you can go to get in touch, which is the contact page, and then you are going to see all the details right here as well. So now to edit this page, all you need to do is to go to the page that you want to edit, and once you're on that page, you are going to click edit with Elementor. So let's say we want to edit the home page. So what we need to do now is go to home page, and then we're going to click on edit with Elementor over here. And once the page builder loads, it's going to look exactly like this, and then you're going to have all these modules right here that you can drag and put into your website if you want. You can see right here that this is a heading. You can drag this, and then you can put it here, and then you can type in here anything that you want. So you can see right now that I just changed the text, and you can see that this is your heading. And as you can see that this thing right here, the color does not match because of the background that we have. So you can go ahead and change the color of this heading that you put here. You can go to styling here, and then you are going to click on text color, and then from here you can choose any of these colors that you have here. You can choose the yellow color if you want, or you can just go here and click on the actual color right here, and then inside here you can pretty much choose any color that you want. You can move this slide however you want it. And then if you already have your own brand color, you can grab that hex code and then you can paste it in here like this. So let's say you want to use white color, you can go like that, or you can use a blue color or any color that you want at all. You're going to find it here. And then once you choose your color, you're going to click on empty space, and that color will be right there. Another thing you can do here from typography, you can change a lot of things from here. You can change the font size, you can change the font style. Right now you can see that we're using the default fonts. Let's say you want to change it to something like Roboto or something. You can type Roboto here, and then you can change the font. You can see you can change that to Roboto, and then you can also change the size of the text right here. So this is the size of the text. So one thing to keep in mind is that when you are making changes to the size of the text, you can see here that you are making these changes to the desktop version, right? So if you go to the tablet version, for example, this might look good or it might not look good. If you want a different size for this desktop version, you can change it from here. And then for the mobile version, you can see that this looks like this. If you want a different version for this, or if you want a different size for your mobile, you can do that here as well. You can see you can make it maybe this small. Now you can see that we have 25 for mobile, and then if I go back to desktop, you can see that we have 50, right? And then now if you want to delete anything that you don't like, all you need to do is to click on this pencil icon right here, right click on it, and then you're going to click on delete, and you can see that that is gone. You can start making the changes right here. You can type here as well like that, so you can change it to something like this. And then if you want to change the color, you can go ahead and click on this color icon here. You can change it to whichever color that you want. If you already have a global color like this, you can choose any of the colors that you have here already, and then you can go to typography here, and then you can change the size for the different device. You can see here this is what the tablet is going to look like, and then this is what the mobile is going to look like. If you don't like this, you can go ahead and reduce that to something that you like, maybe something like this. And then if the texts are too close to each other, you can use any of these options that you have here. You can change the height like this, the spacing, the line height like this. So you have all the options here. You can see all this option right here is something that you can play with. If you want it to be all capital letter, you can change it here. You can transform it from here. So play around with all the settings that you have here. This is all the options that you have. These are basically self-explanatory. You can play around with it and see what they do. And then this picture that you see at the background right here is basically the background image that they use here. So you can click on this section right here, and then you can click on styling. So basically how Elementor works is anything that you click on over here, you're going to see these options. You're going to see the layout, which you can mess around with, and then under the style right here, you're going to see all the styles here. You're going to see the background type. You can see the background type right now is on classic, and we are using the image background, which is this image right here. So if I delete this image, you can see that we do not have any background right here again. You can use a colored background if you want. We can change this and use a specific color. Maybe we can change this to black color, and then it's going to look like this or you can change it to like any type of black that you want, or you can just use another image. You can go over here and then you can go to your library and then you can find the image right here if you already have the image. If not, you can upload an image just by dragging and dropping the image here, or you can click on select files to upload the image right here. But for now, I'm going to go to my library and then I'm going to choose any random image from here. So I think I like this one right here. I'm going to choose this image right here with a dog. And now you can see what this looks like. And then here you can choose how to position the image. You can see right now that I have the image on center. I can also go and do something like center left or like center right like this. And then from here you want to make sure that this is on no repeat, because if you leave it on repeat, if we change this back to default, you can see what will happen right here. You are going to have several versions of this image, so make sure that this is on no repeat. If it's on no repeat, you can see the size of the image that we just uploaded, and you can see that that does not cover the entire section. So you want to make sure that the size here, you want to change that to cover the entire section. And then this is where you can also add like a video background, or if you prefer a gradient background, you can add that here, where you have like two different colors. You can have green here, and then maybe here you can have black. You can play around with the directions as well. Maybe you can have yellow, that's not good. You can have like a black, and then you can play around with the location, the direction like this, the angle. You can mess around with the angle like this. But in this case, I don't like gradient background, so I'm going to go back to the background color here. And then what else you can do is you can go over here to the background overlay. We can put an overlay on top of this image that we already have here. So right now you can see that we have a gradient overlay here, but I don't like that. I'm going to change this to a colored overlay. You can also use an image as an overlay, but I don't recommend that if you don't know what you are doing, because let's say we use this image right here as an overlay. For example, it's going to show like this over here, which is pretty cool. If you want, you can just fade it out a little bit and then someone can still see it in the background. It's like an overlay right there. Or if you increase the opacity to the highest, it's going to cover whatever is on the background, and you can just use the overlay like that, or you can leave it like this. But I don't like that. I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to use a color overlay instead. So I can choose any color that I want. Maybe I can choose a yellow color, and then I can play around with the opacity right here. So I'll choose a black color right here, and then I'll play around with the opacity. It can look like this, and then maybe this text, I can change this to white. So you can see right now, you get the idea. You can see what this looks like. And then let's say maybe you just want this to be in the middle. You can see right here we have an empty column that we are not using. If you go ahead, you can delete this column, and that is going to make this text to look like this. You can see the text is going to look like this. So this is basically how you can delete or add something. So this is just me messing around, giving you an example of what you can do. And if you do anything that you don't like, you can just press Ctrl Z on your keyboard, or you can press Command Z on your keyboard. And that is going to be before you click update. Once you update it, you cannot change it back. All you have to do is to go to this icon right here that says history, and then you can see all the changes that you are making. You can see all the changes that you've made since you load this page. And now you can see that I removed a column here. So if I go back to this one, that I changed the text color, and it's going to bring back the column that I just deleted here. So you can pretty much go back to any section that you want. Let's say I like this website the way it was when I loaded it earlier, and I want to go back to that section. All I need to do is to go back to start editing. This is where I started the editing. If I go here, it's going to look exactly the way the website was when I came in earlier. And then if you scroll down here, you can see that we have the same thing. The same rules apply here. You can change the text here. You can change this image here. You can see that this is an image module. You can go in here and then you can choose an image. You can change that image to something else. Maybe you like this dog instead. You can go here and change that to this dog. You can see how easy this is. And then this button right here, once you click on it, you can make changes to it right here. You can see that the button text said no more. You can say something like read more or something. And then you can put the link to the button where you want this button to go when people click on it. You can put it right here. And then you can change the alignment of the button by clicking on this alignment icon right here. You can change it to the middle, to the side, or you can make it full width like this by clicking on this one right here. But I like it to the side. I'm going to choose left, and it's going to look like this. And then all these options right here, you can play around with them. The size of the button, you can change it right here, make it big or make it extra large. And then the icon, you can space out the icon like this. You can see this icon right here, you can space it out. And then if you prefer to use a different icon right here, you can go to this icon library, and then you can choose a different icon. Maybe you want this icon, you can go ahead and choose that. You can see that we have that icon right there, and maybe you can bring it bit closer. And right now you can see that the icon is after your text. Maybe you want it before your text. You can go here to the position and you can change it to before, and then the icon will come back over here. So this is me showing you how to create a website for free. So I'm not going to spend time going through every single details right here. There's a lot of things here that you need to cover when it comes to using Elementor to build a website. If you're looking to learn how to use Elementor completely, I do have an Elementor guide, how to use Elementor for beginners, on this channel. I'll leave it somewhere in the description box below. I'll leave it somewhere on this screen, and you will click on it. You can go and learn how to use every single element on Elementor, how to add column, how to add margins, how to manipulate things, how to play around with Elementor completely. So that video will be in the description box below, so click on it. Now you get the idea how you can make small changes, and once you finish any changes that you want to do, let's say maybe this section right here, you don't like this, you want to get rid of it, you can click on this button here, you can delete that. Maybe you want to get rid of this happy faces section, you can delete that. Once you finish all the changes, you can go ahead over here, you can click on save changes by clicking on this update button. And then if you want to see your website, you can click on this eye right here to preview it. It's going to open right here. Now you can see what your website will look like. So this is basically how you can edit any page that you want. It's going to be the same thing for this page, and also this page. I'm going to show you how to customize your header, because you can actually edit your header and footer. So this is your header, this is your footer over here. So you cannot edit this with Elementor. You have to edit this inside the theme customizer. And to do that, we're going to go inside your theme customizer, in this case, which is the Astra theme. So we're going to go inside the theme customizer right here, and then you're going to go inside the theme customizer, and you can see the active theme that we're using right now is the Astra theme. And then another way to get into the theme customizer is to go to your dashboard, and then we're going to go to appearance here, and we're going to click on customize, and that is going to bring you to the same page right here. And now we want to customize the header. So from here you can change your logo. So if you remove the logo, you can see that the logo will be gone. Right now we still have this logo because we are using transparent header. So you want to scroll down here, you go back here, you want to go to transparent header. So from here we are going to go to header settings, and then from here you can see what we have inside the header. So let's say inside the header here you want to add a button. All you need to do is from here you're going to click on this plus icon here, and then you can select what you want to add to your header right here. So let's say you want to add a button, you can click on add a button, and you can see right now that we have a download button right here. And then if you click on that button, you can change what you want the button to say. You can say right now that the button said download app. Maybe we can just change it to download. You can see now that the button says download, and here you can put the link where you want the button to go. And then if you want the button to open in a new tab when they click on it, you can also check this box right here, so that when someone click on this button, it will open a new tab. And then this is where you can design the button. So right now you can see that we have the default design here. Maybe we want the color to be something else, and then the text color to be something else. So maybe we want the background color to be maybe this color. Now it's going to look like this. And then when you hover over it, maybe we want it to be yellow, and then or maybe orange, maybe red. We can choose red like this. So when you hover over it, it's going to have red color. So you get the point. This is basically the same for every single color right here, and the text color as well inside there. Maybe we want the text color to be something else. You can choose that here, but I'm going to leave that on white. So you get the idea. This is how you can customize this anyhow you want it. And then if you go to the tablet right here, you can see that the button is also inside the tablet right here. And then if you don't want the button inside here, all you need to do is to remove it from the off canvas menu. So this is called the off canvas menu, the menu that you open like this. Let's go to the mobile as well. So if you don't want the button in here as well, you can get rid of it by deleting the button from this off canvas menu right here. So if we go back here, you can see that we don't have button inside there as well. If you want to add it back, you can go back here and then you can add a button, and then it's going to have the same button right here. And then also for the logo, you can see that we have a different logo on the mobile and tablet. We have the logo without the text. You can see right here. So you can change that logo as well if you want. So if you click on the logo, it's going to bring you right here, and this is the mobile logo. You can see we have the mobile logo right here. And then once you finish, you are going to click on publish. So for your logo, if you don't have a logo, I'm not going to show how to create a logo in this video, because I already have a tutorial on this channel that is showing you how to create a logo for your business. If you want to watch that and create a logo, I can leave that video somewhere in the description box below, or I'll leave it somewhere on the card. You can click on it and then you can create a logo. And once you have that logo, you can come in here where it says logo, or you can click on this pencil right here, and it will bring you to this logo section right here. And then you're going to click on change logo, and then you're going to upload the logo that you just created. You can see right here that we have different type of logo. If I choose this one, then I'm I'm going to click on skip cropping, and then once you finish, you're going to click on publish. And then this menu right here, you can see that this is our main menu. So if I click on the menu right here, under design right here is where you're going to design your menu. So let's say we go to design, and this is hover style. If you change this to zoom in, if we hover over here, the menu is going to zoom in. You can see right here, or you can just put that to underline. So when you go over here, it's going to underline. So this is basically what you can do. Play around with this, go to these settings right here and see what you can change. If you want to change the menu color, for example, so the text color or the background, let's say we want to change the background of the menu, you can go over here and change the normal background. We can change it to red. It's going to look like this. But you don't want that, right? So we're going to make sure that there is no color there, and it's going to look like this. So play around with this. Once you make any changes, you're going to see it live here. If you like the changes, you're going to leave it. If you don't like it, you can click on this reverse button right here, and it will reverse the changes that you just made, and then you're going to click on save changes. And then once you finish with your menu over here, you can go ahead and click on back button here, and then click on back button again, and then from here you can click on footer builder, and from here you can see what our footer look like right now. You can come in here and make changes to your footer. So if you click on this icon, it will take you to that particular icon. You can change it if you want. If you click on this, it will take you to that particular section, or if you click on this, it will take you to that particular section, and then you can make any changes that you want on your footer. And then once you finish that, you're going to click on publish, and then you can close this. So this is your current website right now. Let's assume that you want to add more pages to your website, or you just want to add more function on your header right here. How do you do that? All you need to do is to go back to your dashboard right here. From here you can add a new page, you can add a new post, you can add a blog page. So for example, let's say we want to add a blog page. So let's go to all the pages that we have. Right now you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages right here. So let's say you want to add a blog page because you want to start posting a blog on your website. All you need to do right now is to click on add new right here, but you have to make sure that you're under pages. We are trying to create a page, so we want to make sure that you're under pages right here, and then you're going to click on add new page, or you can click on add new page from here, or you can click on this add new over here, and then you're going to select page, and then it's going to bring you to this page right here. So this is the starter template that we have earlier. It's going to ask you to choose a page from here if you want, but in this case we want to create a new page from scratch, so we don't want this. We're going to close this, and then here we want to give your page a title, so we're going to name this a blog page, so we're going to call it blog. So we're going to click over here to publish this page, but if you look over here, you can see that we don't have the option to publish. I don't know why it's showing schedule, and this is because we're not on today's date. So all you need to do from here is you're going to go to this publish here, and you're going to click here. You can see that it says immediately here, but for some reason the date is showing 24th, but if you look over here, you can see that today it is 23rd. So all you need to do right now is to change the date. So maybe change the date to today's date. Now you're going to see the option to publish immediately, right? So I'm going to click on publish, and then I'm going to click on publish again. Now you can see that our page is live. So if we click on view page, it's going to open that page like this, and it's going to show like this. We don't have anything on this page right now. We can go ahead and start customizing our page, but we don't have anything on the page, and the page is not showing on the menu as well. All you need to do now is to go and add the page to your menu. So let's go back to the dashboard right here, and then from here we are going to go to appearance, and then we are going to click on menu, and here you can see that this menu that we have right here is this one right now, this one that we have over here. And if you look here, you can see that we have 4 items in the menu, so we want to add this blog page to the menu as well. So we click on it, and we are going to click on add to menu, and it's going to add that to the menu, and this is the main menu. And then if you want to create a different menu, you can also do that as well. You can create a new menu for your website, and then you can use that on your website instead of the main menu. But in this case, I'm not going to create any new menu, so I'm going to use this one that we have right here. So now that we added this here, if I go back here and refresh this page, now you're going to see that we now have an option for the blog page right here. You can see that we have a blog page on our menu already, but we have nothing on the blog post right here. So what we need to do right now is to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to go to post. We don't have any post right now, so we're going to add a new post. So I'm going to create a new post here. So I'm going to name this sample post, and then I'm going to publish this. I don't know why this keep happening, but I'm going to change this to today's date, and then I'm going to publish this. And now if we view the post, you can see that this is a completely empty post. You can see that we don't have anything in this post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some content here. So I'm going to copy some random words, and then I'm going to paste it here as my post. So I'm going to copy all this here. And then here I'll add an image like that, and then I'm going to select an image from the library. Maybe I will select this image right here, and then I'm going to add another text. I'll add a paragraph, and then I'll paste content here as well. So let's assume this is my post, and then I'm going to update this post, and then from here we are going to add a featured image for our post. So I'm going to select a featured image. So maybe I will select this image right here as my featured image for this post, and then I'm going to update this post. So now if we go back here and refresh this page, and if we go to the blog page, you can see right now that the post that we just created is still not showing in the blog page. All we need to do now is to go back to the dashboard right here. We go back to WordPress dashboard, and then from here we are going to go to settings, and then under the settings we are going to go to reading, and then from reading right here you can see that our home page is set to home. This is the home page that we just created. This is our home, which is a static page. For now we want to select a post page, so we have not set a post page yet. So we're going to select this, and then we're going to select the blog page that we just created, and then we're going to click on save changes. So once we save that changes and go back here and refresh this blog page, just click on it to refresh. Now you are going to see the post that we just created. Now you can see we have one blog post here. Actually we have two. We have this hello world, and then we have this one sample post that we just created, and you can see all the details right here. So if you click on read more like this, and then it's going to open the post. So this is the post. You can see the complete post right here. So this is exactly how you add a page, or how you can add any page. So this can apply to pretty much any type of page that you want to add. You can see how easy this is. So now that you've created your website for free and you know how to customize it, add new pages and customize anything that you want on your website, maybe you want to get your own domain name.com without having this extra extension right here. So maybe you just want to have wpfreebie.com. If that is the case, that means you need to purchase a domain name from any domain name provider at all. You can purchase that domain name, and then you can link it to your free hosting account. So right here you can see that we have Namecheap right here. So if you want to get your domain from Namecheap, you can go to this website right here. You can go to Wplifestyle/Namecheap. This is where I get all my domains and all my clients' domains. So once you come here, you can go ahead and search for the domain that you want to get, and then you're going to add it to the cart. And once you pay for it, you're going to sign up, and then you're going to log in to your Namecheap account. So once you log in, and then I will show you where you can get the details and how to connect it to your free hosting account. So once you pay for your domain and log into your Namecheap account, all you need to do is to click on domain list over here, and from your dashboard you can click on domain list, and then you're going to see the list of all the domains that you have. And then from here you're going to select that domain that you just purchased, and then click on manage domain. And once you click on manage domain, you're going to scroll down to the bottom here. You're going to see the name servers, and then once you get to the name server right here, your own is going to show Namecheap basic DNS, and then you're going to select this option. You're going to select custom DNS. You can see that I'm already using SiteGround hosting right here. This is the DNS. This is my name server from SiteGround. You can see that I'm using it right here. So once you are here, all you need to do is to come back to your free hosting cPanel right here. So once you're on this cPanel, unfortunately you can only log into this cPanel using this client area. So you have to log in back to your Pro Free Host account. So once you log into your Pro Free Host account, you're going to click on control panel, and then it's going to bring you back to this page right here, and then you're going to scroll down to domains, and then from here you're going to click on packed domains. And once you're on this page right here, all you need to do is to paste the domain name that you want to use instead of this domain name that we have right here. Paste that domain name here. So I'm going to paste my name here, which is my current domain name that I just bought from Namecheap. So once you add that domain in here, once you paste it in here, before we click on add pack domain, we're going to copy the DNS servers that we have over here. So we have the server number 1. We're going to copy the DNS number 1, and then we're going to go back to Namecheap right here under the custom DNS. You can see right here that I currently have SiteGround right here, and then I'm going to change that to this one. I'm going to paste this one right here, and then I'm going to go back here and copy the second one, and then I'm going to go back to Namecheap, and then I'm going to paste it in here. And once you finish, you're going to click on this icon right here, and then you're going to click on save changes. And now that we have this in here, we're going to go back to the cPanel, and now we're going to click on add packed domain. Our domain name that we are trying to add is not yet registered, so sometimes when you change the DNS servers here, it will take up to 24 to 72 72 hours to activate. Maybe after like 24 hours you can come back here and then you can try this again and see if it will work. So you have to go back here. All you really need to do here is to click on this add pack domain again, and once you try that, and then you can see if it is going to work or not. So actually I just tried it again after 10 minutes. Now you can see that it's currently working right now, but if it's not working for you, just give it some time. Maybe give it like 2 hours, 3 hours or 24 hours and then come back and then try it again. You can now see that we now have the domain right here. All you need to do right now is to connect this domain to your WordPress website. So I'm going to copy this domain and then I'm going to go to the WordPress dashboard. So now that you're on your dashboard, all you need to do is to go to settings right here. So go to general settings. We're going to click on general settings right here, and then from here you can see our current WordPress domain is this one right here. So what we need to do, we are going to change this part of the domain. So this part, we're going to change it to the one that we just created, and then we're going to change this one as well and paste that in here, and then we're going to scroll down and click on save changes. So let's go to the new domain that we just added, and now you can see that this is the same website that we had. We have successfully transferred this website to your domain name.com. Obviously you don't have to do this. You can use the domain name that we got for free, but if you want your own personalized domain name.com, you can go ahead and follow these steps and then you can add that to your website. Okay guys, this is basically how you can create a website for your business, for your portfolio, pretty much anything that you're doing that you need a website for, but you just don't have the budget to invest in a website, maybe to buy a domain or hosting. I think this is going to be like a really good solution for you. You can get this free hosting and free domain, and then you can get started with your website, and then when you have money, and then you can transfer to a better hosting or like maybe a paid hosting and domain services. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.